Hey guys, Dr. Atkin here again, and as you can tell, I am here with my lovely better half, Rachel. We're excited to be able to share some information with you today. And so I wanted to let Rachel jump in and kind of start us off with her side of the story here.
So today, Daniel wanted me to talk a little bit about intermittent fasting with you guys. Backing the story up a little bit, quarantine happened, right? I think every mom in the entire world can be like, oh, yes, I have definitely been emotionally eating a lot more than I did before. So it's not super bad. I mean, we've still been eating very healthily, but I noticed a couple months ago that I was I just didn't like the way I felt, right, in my body. I didn't think that my clothes were fitting quite as well. I knew that we were generally cooking a lot more because all of the kids were home all the time, and they all wanted food, like at every meal. I don't know what that is, but whatever. Anyway, so we were cooking a lot more. It was still really healthy, but I just felt like I was gaining weight. One day I stepped on the scale and I was gaining weight, and I did not like it at all. So I went crying into him and I was like, what am I supposed to do? I know how to eat healthy. I know that we can always clean up the way we eat, but we're doing really well, generally speaking. So what can I do to stop this? Because I just don't like the way I feel about myself. I don't like feeling like I'm gaining weight and I have no control over it. And so we talked about a couple different things, and Danny was like, well, intermittent fasting is a really good one. And we've talked about that before. I've even done it before a little bit, and I was just like, yeah, that's what I want to do.
So just to jump in really quick on that, so intermittent fasting, you guys have probably heard about what it is. I mean, the concept's pretty simple. When you eat food, your body starts burning it off and using it as a fuel source. And when that fuel runs out, then usually, we're eating again and the cycle continues. Well, when you eat and you haven't burned it all off and then you have another meal, well, that extra food gets stored as fat. And so the idea is that if you eat a meal, you let all that food burn off and then you don't eat again, well, what's your body going to have to do? It's going to have to go use that fat as a fuel source. So generally for most people, our body's processed its last meal within about a 6 to 8 hour period. So if you go for longer than 6 to 8 hours without eating, then your body has to use fat as a fuel source. So the longer you go in between meals, the more fat you're going to burn. So the easiest way to do that is in the evening. So if you eat dinner and you push breakfast back a couple of hours, all of a sudden you can link together a good 12, 14, 16 hours between meals and really start burning a lot of fat. So that's just kind of the simple basics of how it works as far as getting rid of that stored fat. So tell us a little bit about how that worked for you.
So I loved the idea of cramming more of my meals into a shorter amount of time during the day and then going longer without them. My only hesitation was I was like, I like eating together as a family. That's a really important thing for me. But I decided I was really important too, and that I was going to try this intermittent fasting thing. So pretty much I started, I think it was like the next day or something. And I was like, look, I'm not going to eat breakfast. I'm going to drink plenty of water. And then when I've gone as long as I can, I'm going to eat. So I did, right? I went, it was probably close to 11 or 12 when I was finally hungry enough that I was like, okay, I'm gonna eat. So I started off with my green smoothie, which was waiting for me from the kids and Daniel's breakfast. I started with that. I ate some food. I ate until dinner, which was like 6 o'clock. And then I stopped. I went and brushed my teeth and I was done for the night. I drank plenty of water, even that night and throughout the next day until about 12 or 11:30, 12 when I started eating again. And it was really weird for me to see just how easy it was for me to adapt to this, right? So while eating together as a family is really important for me, I discovered that it wasn't that hard for me to sit down with a family, talk with them, do their thing, and then I go off and exercise which is what I like to do in the mornings anyway, while they finish eating and clearing out the dishes. That's giving me specific time for exercise, and I've still had time to visit with them. I have found that I don't have as much brain fog. I feel more present during the day when I'm drinking plenty of water and eating within usually an 8-hour time frame. I feel like my energy level is up more. I like that I'm not stuck counting calories. Maybe I should if I really wanted to really get after the weight loss, but I just like the way that I feel with intermittent fasting.
Well, I've been really proud of her. She's gone through it too. I mean, yeah, she probably remembers there were times, especially in the beginning, where I'm like, Rachel, are you really okay? Like, it's like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and like, I'm sitting here like, how's she going to do? How are people going to do in general going throughout it? But it's been interesting where, water has really, I think a lot of what we consider hunger in the morning, maybe thirst. And so, she's been drinking plenty of water. But here's the schedule. Eat your dinner at 6:30. Brush your teeth at 7 o'clock. That means you're done eating for the night. You're not going to eat all the, junky snacks that we all eat later at night. And then in the morning, just push your meal back. And you don't even have to try to force yourself to do it to a certain time. Have that green smoothie or whatever it is you like to have in the morning, and just say, hey, whenever I feel like eating, I'm going to eat. And that way you don't feel like you're restricting or punishing yourself in the process. When it feels right, eat. What you're going to find, what Rachel's found, is that it's been easy for her to go all the way to lunch. So she's basically skipping breakfast, having a little bit bigger lunch, a big healthy dinner. You're not trying to restrict calories. You're just eating them within an 8-hour window so that fat can be burned at other times. And, it's been fantastic as far as that goes. So just wanted to share that information with you. If it's something you try, please reply to this email. Let us know how it goes. We'd love to be able to share your experiences with other people. Hope that helps, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll talk to you later.